Good evening. This is Tumi Tladi coming through on Thursday evening, the 10th of June 2021, I believe. Time is 21 minutes after 8. Right. So, before I talk about what I'm going to do today, let's recap what we did last time. Let's see. Today I'm using my computer. I'm not using my laptop, although there is some noise coming from my computer box. I believe these are the fans. Yes. So just to recap, we did video number 2 where we focus on data access layer for .NET framework, where we are still doing Solution Explorer series. So today I'm going to be doing .NET Core data access layer for .NET Core, because it's only fair that after we have done this, like we broke it into pieces where we did here, and yeah, let's see what's happening here. Okay, so let's get this out of the way. Okay, now, like I said, I'm using my computer. I wasn't aware while I was firing Visual Studio 2019 that, in fact, the last time I did some work, I was working on .NET Core WPF, or should I say WPF targeting .NET Core. So this is the project that I was working on previously. Okay, and then I'm on the branch for .NET Core WPF. So I have 3 unpushed commits, and I need to do something about these ones. So the way it works is that, okay, this is a glimpse of version control in my world. Okay, cool. Now we need to switch from core_WPF. Here it is. We need to go to master. But I don't like doing it this way. I know it's quick and everything. The way I like to do it is via Git Changes tab. Because like I said, one of my previous 2 videos, I think video number 1, that Microsoft rearranged stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna move from here. I hope we don't have issues. I really hope so. So let's go to master and check out. So now we are transitioning from core_WPF branch into the main branch, which is master. So I'm checking out, and then I'm about to lose these 3 changes because they only belong to WPF, or should I say core_WPF branch. You see now it's 0. Now don't worry, these are the things that we're missing on video number 1. Okay, but nevertheless, so then what I can do, I can go and say, you know what, I need something from here. I know there's something that I did there, and I need this to come to master. So, and then we do merge into the current branch. But like I said, I'm not focusing on version control. I'm just want to make sure that these changes, they go all the way to the server before I do anything, or should I say GitHub and Azure DevOps. So speaking of that, I was doing some work. I need to sign out of this account. It's a school's account. Now, github.com, Edward McFlurry. Okay, let's give it a second. Now, unable to complete read operation after process has exceeded. This error message. I did promise that I'm going to be transparent. I'm not going to hide anything, because again, let me remind somebody who's watching this, I'm doing this thing for that one person who has a brilliant idea of, I want to build a software application, a mobile application, a web application, whatever it is. We go through some stuff. It's like we need counseling. This is part of counseling. Not now and then you will see these kind of error messages. I don't even want to know what they mean. Well, to be honest, I'll be lying. I do want to know, but the point is, we bump into stuff like this. But what I care about is that, do I have those changes from core_WPF branch into master? Yes. Therefore, I don't really care about this. And what I want to do, I just want to push this. Push. It's going to go to GitHub. Okay, now let me authenticate myself. Let me close that one. Let me open Azure DevOps. Okay, computer, come on. My super secret password. Oh, and oh, by the way, my passwords are long, are ridiculously long. Okay, let's get the authenticator. In the meantime, let's do dev.azure.com. And then for authentication, let's see. For this one, let's sign in. I want to use a different account, please. This one. Okay. Let's go to identical docs shortcut. And then I need to be authenticated at this side. You're gonna hear my keyboard because yeah, this is how I like to, you know, type on my computer. I do some stuff. Okay. So this is the work that I did on the 5th. Let's see. Wait, what is this now? Please don't ask me. Yeah, let me approve that. Approved. Okay, thank you. So back to Visual Studio. See, successfully pushed to GitHub, and on GitHub straight to master. And in the meantime, let me push to Azure DevOps. Go. So let's verify if yes, I believe they just came in just now, but it was when I think it was on the 5th. The point is there were 3 unpushed commits. That was the last time I worked. So yes, they're here. And then when it comes to Azure DevOps, assuming that this is success, say successful. Like I said, this is a series for version control, but now I'm not on version control. Now I'm on Solution Explorer. Okay. However, I'm not done. I just want to confirm if these changes they did arrive here. The most recent one. Yes, there it is. Okay, cool. Now let's do the work. Before I do anything, let me go back to this guy. Git changes. I want to create a new branch called YouTube. I did that on my laptop, but that belongs to the laptop because it's a local branch like I'm about to do. And I'm gonna do it out of or based on master. Yes, let's do that. Let me just say this. Do not tamper with the master branch. You're gonna regret it. You just saw what happened now. You're gonna regret it. I'm done. Cool. So now I can play around. Now, I don't think I'm gonna be long with regards to this video because the focus now is on identical docs underscore core underscore data access layer. Okay. So let me make sure that this is set as a startup project so that we don't get confused on what we are working on. Good. Shall we? Okay, let's do this. But I want to do some sort of, I don't know if comparison is an appropriate word, but this is what we did yesterday. Okay, this is what we did. In here, like I said, almost every project now I need to rectify myself. Unfortunately, this guy and this guy, they do not have this folder called version updates. Yes, because when I record, I go nuts. This is where my English depletes now and then. But after I edit these videos, I watch them extensively before I upload them on YouTube. Okay, so I hear myself saying some stuff like, and then I kind of like laugh at myself. Okay, now we only want to focus on 3 folders, but I want to touch young on dependencies. So like I said, this is data access layer for .NET framework, and this is data access layer for .NET Core. So like the first thing we need to do is to check the properties of this project. That's the first thing. Okay. And then I'll briefly explain why there is .NET Core in this solution. Why can't I just stick to this one? Okay, assembly name, that's the name. You see, target framework, it's .NET 5.0, and then it's a class library. It's the latest one. I started with 1.1 and so forth, and now this one is a 5.0. Oh, by the way, there's 6 right now. It's in preview. It's gonna go GA in November. That's the reason why I know about that, because I'm tracking information on .NET MAUI. Okay, now we are done. Okay, so dependencies. So what happens, they rearrange stuff. I know about frameworks, I know about packages. Analyzers, well, what's in analyzers? Today we're getting some answers. So these are the analyzers, code analyzers. Ask Microsoft what they do, but yeah, now they are there. I don't know when do they get to be added. I cannot lie. Like I told you, I'm not a liar. Frameworks, yes. Packages, I only have this package for Entity Framework Core 5.0.1. So any NuGet package that you add, it's gonna end up here. So by right-clicking packages, manage NuGet packages, or just right-click on the project itself, manage NuGet packages, and then whatever you add is gonna end up in here. I don't know how they end up in here, whatever analyzers. I don't know, but yeah. So we are done with dependencies. Like I said, this video is not gonna be long. However, it's important. Before I get into identity, the reason why there is data access layer targeting .NET, specifically .NET Core, it's because as a software developer, and by the way, let's have a discussion right now. You can leave some comments on, your thoughts on the comment section. What is the difference between software engineer and software developer? And what's the difference between a programmer and a developer? Please, if you have some answers to that, write some comments, and then I'll be sure to check them out. But the point is, for me as a developer and for me as a programmer, I started with the old technology, and then I started this project knowing that there is .NET Core out. But I started with something that I was comfortable with, something that I spent all these years trying to understand. Why would Microsoft do this? Why is the community crazy about this piece of technology that Microsoft is building? Everything, but I had to be comfortable. So I started building this system, the database, out of data access layer targeting .NET framework. And then I gave myself a challenge. What if we were to have the same database? Let me go and open the database. What if we were have the same database but with different type of platform, or should I say technologies, because these are two different piece of technologies. The .NET framework, it's something that's different, and the .NET Core is completely a different thing. So what if I were to build something like this WPF? It's a desktop application. What if this guy were to use the same database that was built initially in .NET framework? So, and I'm like, nah, yeah, let's do that. And I was excited to do this. Okay, so this is why I did it. However, it created a bug, and then I want to address the bug later on. Cool. Now databases. Let's see. Let me go to all my databases. We saw this on my laptop. Okay. And then let's look for identical docs. There we go. Okay, so we have a folder called identity, and then there was a folder called identity. Like I said, I'm a I'm a smart programmer. I like to keep things organized and clean. So let's see the tables, because I'm going to spend some time in here, especially with the known bug that I know I have. And then I would like to show you the bug that I have, like it's a problematic one. Or maybe, and yeah, maybe we can do some debugging session, but it's a problematic one. Okay, so this is a database in production. Initially was designed, developed using this project, right? Let me pin this guy. Usually I don't like to pin SQL Server Object Explorer, but for the sole purpose of what I'm doing right now, it's going to be imperative. Okay, so now, like I said, we need to do some sort of comparison, for lack of a better word, but we have somehow similar things. These guys were extracted from this project. Where do these ones come from? They were extracted from this project. In fact, from this one, because I started with there's a project that's missing here. Let's see, this one. Yes, because I started doing web API first, and then I extracted the identity system out of this project .NET Core web API. And then that's how we end up having these two classes. Again, application user is a class that we need to start with. Is it the same as this one? We're about to find out. Okay, so I don't have my comment. I don't know why. I was supposed to have line comment like for properties. But the most important thing is this class inherits from identity user, and we know identity user, it's just that it's been wired differently. So let's check it out. Computer, you can't be slow. What's up with you? I moved to this side because of the comfort. I don't have to worry about the battery, and then on the laptop I'm using the touchpad. It's not comfortable for me. I like to use this mouse. Although I like it, the keyboard on my laptop is just doing the wonders. Okay, so let's see. Can you like finish? So this decision, it can either make or break your system of having these two classes in the same solution. So why couldn't I just have this project data access layer for .NET Core and then have it to deal with an independent separated database? Sure, that was an option, but I would then have to manage two separate databases. So one user has logged in on the website that targets .NET Framework, and then now when I announce a new version of the same website targeting .NET Core, the account will not exist. So that's a problem. So I thought to myself, we need to learn to actually utilize the same database. Let's make it work. So it did work. However, it created a bug, and then I will show you where. If we have time, we'll just do a quick run through debugging, Okay, so now what's unique in here? Identity user is a different class from identity targeting ASP.NET Core. It's that there's some weird stuff like concurrency stamp. It's part of it. We have security stamp. We have normalized email. We have a normalized username. You see, this is why I then had to bring these four additional properties while it loads. Let's go and open application user. This is why I had to bring these four guys, because they are missing if we study this new identity user class. They are missing. The rest I do have them, but they're missing. It's 1, 2, 3, and I believe logout and yes 4. They are missing. The rest I have everything. So that's when I had to bring them in here, and then I used migration to commit these new changes to the database. Hence we end up having these 4 additional columns in the database and then 4 additional properties in this class. However, like I said, these decisions are very dangerous. Let me do this. So in a database, let's say there was a user, the user had the email to me at identicaldocs.co.za. Tumi will not log in successfully if this guy was empty. He can be empty because it's not a must, but it would not work on the website that targets.NET Core. Am I making sense? On a normal, let me do this. Let me explain by doing this. Okay, so this identicaldocs.co.za is .NET Framework version of this website, and then this mvc.identicaldocs.co.za is a different version targeting .NET Core. I know this based on how I designed the subdomains. So this is the main website, and then targeting.NET Framework. This is the very first version. This is the second version. I made it to be identical. It just there are differences there and there, but the major differences in code base. But the UI, I did my utmost best for this to be the same. Okay, why is my internet a bit slow today? Okay, so they both have the login mechanism. However, it's different. It's completely different. I'm not going to focus on move to web. You just have to be patient. Again, while this is loading, if you like to see something, like you want me to export the process where you are curious about something, on the comment section, please just leave me a comment that starts with #request. It needs to be capital letters, and then tell me that you like me to focus on which project or on which app, and then I'll be sure to make a video doing or showing specific thing that you want to see. Okay, like now I'm tempted to show what I'm talking about, that this decision is somehow problematic. Okay, so what I'm saying is, this is a normal .NET Framework data access layer. This one is a .NET Core data access layer. The identity system in .NET Core is different. When you log in from this website, this one, and I'm gonna do so in a few minutes, it's gonna look for this username and a normal username and a normalized username. I still don't know why normalized, but in a database, what it does is that the username, if it's test1, that's a normal username. What it does on a normalized username, it expects everything to be capital letters. I don't know. I haven't read the documentation as to why would they do this. So this is how it will. It needs to be test space 1. So what am I saying? This is what I'm saying. A normal test 1. Yes, let's do this. Let's do this in the right way. That's also the known bug that I know. So this is me trying to explain that the decision that a developer or a programmer makes, they are too costly most of the time. And then especially when you when they affected a production system. Yes, I did this thing doing development, but the thing is I had to work with a production database as I usually do, because I don't like having to do something local. I know that is a best practice. Do something with a local database, and therefore with the same changes or whatever you did, now you can do that on the production database. For me, it's tedious. but not because I'm lazy, but it's tedious. So now test1, this is a normal username. Also test1, it will work. The difference is that it's going to look for test1 in a database and it's going to find it. This is where it's going to be. Where is the username? User. Username. That's where test1 is going to be, a normal test1. Now, when you are on this website, the MVC one, this test1 has to still be here, but it has to correspond with this normalized username, but with the capital letters, whatever username is. If this is going to be a username, phone number confirmed, it needs to be the same and in capital letters. Okay, so I don't want to jump to web because I'm creating a curiosity out of you. Be patient. I'll show this because I know it's a big part of what's happening in web. Okay, so this is a problem. I don't know why they did it. Okay, but if you have a clean .NET Core MVC or Web API application that has an identity system, this won't be a problem. It's just that it's an issue with the old database that was created using .NET Framework. Hence, I'm taking time to explain this. So now we're good. Now we can move on. Okay. So, and then I brought in all my necessary properties because this is a must. All of them. All other from 1 all the way here. Excluding some of them that are built in. But no, here, all the way here. But the custom properties, the one I'm making a custom columns, I had to bring them here. Okay. So now we understand what's happening. And then it's clean, it's not messy like this one. It was a bit messy. It has an additional method, generate user identity async. Yeah. Okay, cool, we're done. Now application DB context. Application DB context, my commands. Okay, now this one is called identity DB context. This way it inherits from, okay, passing in that application user. Okay, cool. And by the way, these two projects, they don't have a link. They don't talk to each other. There's no reference from one to the other. There is nothing. So this is the same thing that you've seen while I was breaking down what's in this class. It's the same thing. Like this is what makes up these tables. That's how it's supposed to be. These tables. Okay, cool. And then there's a constructor, a default constructor, and then I also override on model creating. It also is in this project. Now this one, the syntax is different. Okay, now I'm gonna do stuff that I like in Visual Studio. So let's do this so we can do some sort of a comparison. Oh, I'm not allowed. Oh, I first have to do this. Okay. There we go. For now, let's do this because I need more space. Okay. See, now this one it's completely different, and the syntax and everything, because it's using lambda, which is much cleaner, but it's not. Yeah, no, but it doesn't matter. It's up for debate. Okay, so I knew that, listen, I need to make sure that these tables, they kind of like in sync, like identical docs users. I need to make sure that they're in sync, everything. So that's how it is. However, it added some additional tables like I did explain previously, like user tokens and the rest. They need to be, this is part of entity framework in .NET Core. This is the part of it. Okay, so I hope this makes sense. I think we are done with this class now. Okay, and then we can bring our friends back. Okay, but leave this open. Now let's go to tables. Before tables, let's go to version updates. Now version updates, the only thing that I did, this was in 2021. Huh? Okay, so yes, I brought this year. Let's see. When exactly? Which month? January. Okay. So on the 3rd of January 2022 was on Sunday, version 1.0.0.0. By the way, this major version is 1, minor version is 0, build number is 0, revision is 0. They do increment like this. It's just a revision, like it's something tiny, something very small. But these guys, they also do increment when I do something a bit drastic. So that's like a build number. Okay, so what I did, I was using this computer, main computer. I only added a new project. That's what I did, this project. And on the same day, I changed the target framework for this project from .NET by default was .NET Core 3.1 to .NET 5.0. That's what I've been doing. And what I did on the 3rd again is that part 1, I replicated this entity model class from it's like I extracted, but well, I'm using those interchangeably. So this is what I did. I copied exactly the signature and I moved it in here. I hope this makes sense. So I did this for the entire month of January because I did a lot of things. There were not many. That's what I need to do. Cool. Okay, so let's move on. Now, when it comes to tables, like the same structure, if you look at what's happening, because I like to keep things organized and clean, the same folders and everything. Cool. However, it's the same, but I would like to show the differences there and there. Businesses, let's see. It's the same, except for this guy. This is why I said previously that I'm excited about showing what's unique in here. So I'm gonna go and open these two classes. I don't need you for now. And then you come this side. No, you go that side. Yes, perfect. Everything's the same. If you look at it, everything's the same. You know. Okay, I'm missing required attribute, but it's okay. Cool. But in the .NET framework, this is normal and acceptable. Like I've been saying, this is a foreign key. Like I have been saying, it's a foreign key corresponding to its navigation property of type application user. I did the same thing. However, while I was running this, it would not work. That was the funniest thing because it was missing an explicit foreign key attribute pointing to this table or a class. This is a unique thing. I remember I was even bragging about this on WhatsApp status, like I finally figured out, because it will take you days without even understanding why it would not work. This is why I'm saying it affected everything in production, but everything was still operating. I was just making some changes. Okay, so this is the only thing that's unique and different. Now, if you look at the business hours, and then let's open business hours on that side. You jump that side. Okay, see, this is normal, and this is normal. However, okay, no, this one is not relevant. Let's close it. Let's go to the one I know for sure. Access pins. Oh yes, no, this one is a normal one. This side, let's go and look for access pins. You see, there we go. In .NET Core project, explicitly I had to this will be a foreign key. Only then it will work. I don't know what Microsoft did with Entity Framework, but this is how it's supposed to be. So it becomes a critical thing to learn as a developer or programmer, and I'm excited I did learn this, I did catch this, because you spend days, not hours, days trying to figure out. And as a developer, if it doesn't work, you leave. You should leave. try 3-4 more times, but after that leave. It's gonna stress you the whole day. But when you win, it's a victory for the whole month. Okay, so this is the major difference. Other than that, it's the same thing. Like everything's the same. Everything's the same. Okay, so I think I'm done. But let's look at migrations. Migrations. Oh, there's no migrations in here. Oh, there are no migrations in here because I use this as the primary project manipulating the actual database. This guy. For example, I know I had to add 4 properties. Those ones that created issues. There we go. This migration added 4 properties for identical docs core MVC project. You see, because they were needed at that site. So what am I saying? I'm saying I'm using the main project to manipulate the actual database. But this one, it works against the website, works against this website, it works against this project. Okay, cool. Now let me close everything. We're about to do a test drive. So there's a bug that I know for sure. Yeah, I think for 4 or 5 more minutes. This is a normal website, which is ASP.NET MVC.NET framework. This is a different website, ASP.NET Core MVC. This account exists. I know for sure it does exist. I'm hoping that I remember the password, but it does exist. Okay. Now, here's the thing. When I try to log in, it doesn't work. And this is a production website. It doesn't work. Let's give it a second. Is there a specific reason why my internet is so slow? Yesterday was fast. Okay. Wait. It worked. Seriously? It worked. Okay. Like I said, I'm gonna be transparent. I'm gonna be real. Okay. Never mind. Let's come back here. Even if I refresh, just to show you that this is a separated domain, like it doesn't know anything about what's happening here. It did work. It was a success. Test 1 account. But a couple of days ago, or should I say a few weeks ago, you were not working, especially the admin account. Interesting. Okay, so the same account, test 1. Now this is MVC. This one also works. Yes, this one I know for sure is supposed to work. You see, like I said, I tried my best to make sure that it's been replicated, like it's the same. Okay, so this is an MVC project. Yeah. Okay, let's log out. The admin account, well, I forgot the password. I don't know the password, and I can't do it while I'm still recording. But for some weird reason, I forgot my password. So let's log out. Because I want to try the admin account. That's the one I know for sure. I even tested this on Tuesday when I was on campus. Okay, so we are out. And by the way, stay tuned for a video that's coming. We're talking about authentication and authorization. Like what happens, where are those links? You know, even if you know the URL, but you will not be able to, like one of them is, if I do this and say access pins, I know for sure there is access pins. It will tell me I need to be authenticated. There we go. So I know for sure that's because I am the one that built it. So what this is, it's authorization and authentication, or authentication and authorization. If you'd like to see a video targeting specifically this, what's happening, because I'm still coming to do it when I do a series of web. I'm gonna cover that. That's part of MVC, not the web API. Web API is a different animal. Okay, now administrative account. It's either I forgot the password or I don't know what's happening. You see, it will keep on failing. I know the username. I'm just not sure about the password. There we go. Aha, something is not right. Something is not right. I told you this is the same username, but this side it would not authenticate. It's the same person I'm typing, like it would not pick it up. I don't know why. Maybe I'm suspecting because it's possible. Remember I said for this to work, and by the way, for it to work, I can show the actual table. Let's do that. Let's do that. I know you're curious. You've been curious. Let's look at the users. You want to see the actual data now, it's fine because the passwords are being encrypted and hashed and everything. That's a beauty of identity system, by the way. A big shout out to Microsoft. We don't have to manage the passwords, like sorting them, hashing them, because what I was teaching myself programming, I was doing stuff like that. Okay, cool. Now, where's account for test one? We need to look for it using the username. So this is test one. Okay, this is it. If I do this whole thing is for test one. And I want to show you that the username is a normal username. But as we continue, you see that on the normalized username, it's a different animal. There we go. Test one. The email has to be like capital. I don't know. It's a rule. And then concurrency stamp. Yes, it's a unique ID. I don't know what it does. But this is how it's supposed to be. And this is the email for the administrator. The username, you see, that's the username. And this is the email that belongs to administrator. Don't worry, I thought about this thing. Should I? The only thing I know for sure is this guy. You will never figure it out. Trust me, you will never figure it out. I don't even know how to figure it out. I don't know how they do it. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But this is the username I used to log in on the .NET Core. Like as you can see, we are authenticated. I can see this link because I know when I'm authenticated, I can look at my name and then I have access to this. And I'll talk about when I get to web what this link is all about. Okay, but this side I am not being authenticated. So why only the administrator? Why only the administrator? What did I do? Wait, you can't have access fail count. I disabled this. You cannot have access fail count. And you see, it did track it. 10 June 2021, 709. Okay, this is UTC. But it should be disabled, this thing. Because I am disabling the one. Did I? That's interesting. So, my point is this. I don't know exactly what could be wrong here. Trust me, there's nothing else that affects that account. That account was working. I just don't understand why the administrative account doesn't want to work. It's a bug that I don't even know how to fix it. But I'm going to figure it out. So let's try something else. Let's try a different user. Where is it? Do others work? Test 2 or test 5. Let's try a different account. Okay, let's remove this guy. Test 2. You see, it doesn't work. this one doesn't work. Invalid username or password. Let's see if it will be picked up. This site logout. And then if this is confusing you, if you want to know which version of technology or which technology am I running right now or am I busy with, if you look at MVC, just know this .NET Core, and also you see with the folder called identity or that. I know what it means, just that it's way confusing. Identity. Okay, so let's see. Or maybe the password is wrong. Okay, let's do something. This is the first service that I usually use because I'm gonna do this manually. The reason why I'm doing this, I need to dispose of this guy, but there's something I need to do. I need to reset the password. So quickly, and then even if you, as a developer, you try to manipulate the password, you cannot tamper with what you saw. But what I can tamper with, this guy. Where's test2? Here it is. I can tamper with. Oh no, I don't need to because I know this. Okay, no, I don't need to do that. No, thank you, sir. I don't need you because the email belongs to me. I can just say reset it now because I forgot my password. So let's see. mutibijonas1@gmail.com. I'm trying to prove a point, and I hope you can be patient. Please check your email and follow the instructions, blah 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 blah. So let me quickly check that on my phone because they said that they've sent an email, and we're gonna do this part also. It's a very interesting part of what happens when the user has forgotten the password. So I'm looking at my Gmail. Yes, there is an email. Is it the correct one? Yes. A test to reset your password. So I'm going to click at this link because this is deployed in production. Opening Safari. Okay. Okay, let me show this thing live. Let me not be lazy because it requires me to do some stuff. gmail.com. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Because I'm still authenticated on a different account. So let's do this one. Okay. We're trying to prove a point. Remember why we're still going on and on? We're trying to understand something. Okay, so mtbjonas1@gmail.com. I told you my passwords are super long, right? Here's another one. I have 4 Gmail accounts, so you need to understand, and I know all of them. Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay. Now I got it now. They want me to confirm. Please don't ask me on this device. Yes, I'm doing that on my phone now. Load, come on, load. Yes, cool. and now we are being authenticated. Because I want to look at the email that came through. Hurry up. Okay, this is the email that I just opened with my phone. You see it came 9:08 and it's 9:11. So I want to show you the process. Okay, so this is the email that gets to be generated. That test to reset your password. It comes from accounts@identicaldocs.co.za. Okay, so this is the link that gets to be generated, and then it's gonna open my website. It's gonna go to reset password page. Okay, now again, I built it so that let's make sure that you say you are who you say you are. So reset password confirmation. Congratulations, we currently have good news. Your password has been reset and will come back. Now please log in. Okay, I'm not going to do it from this side. Let's go back to the main one. Okay, so again, log in with a test 2. Test 2, because we saw previously that we test 1, it works. So I just changed my password now. Let's see. See, it worked. This is a different thing. I'm not going to cover this now. It means that the subscription has ended for this person. They need to pay me. I'm not going to do it now. This is this table for subscriptions. Like this is something that belongs to a subscriptions table. Now that I'm doing data, now that I'm still doing this. Okay, you and I we good. This, it's coming from this table called subscriptions. Like I explained, what it has, if we look at one of the tables or the actual table, subscriptions, it's that there's a subscription ID, and we need to know if it's active or not. So for test 1, it is active, and we need to know when the subscription was created. We need to know it's active until when. So unfortunately for test 2, it has expired, and we need to know for which business. The reason why it's linked to business, remember business is linked to the user account. So let's do this. So this is businesses, it's linked to the user account. There we go. So it knows. So this is the beauty of being a programmer. So I know based on the business. So this is the purpose of the table, that you can't just tamper with my system and then come back, whenever you feel like coming back, you need to pay me. So it says, it looks like you never used this platform before, but we are glad that this will be your first time, your very first subscription to Active. Now, this is the message for the first, for the new users, like the first time users, if there's such a word. I just need to write an if statement that what if you had a subscription before. It should change this. It should not say it looks like you never use. It should say it seems like your subscription has expired. Blah 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 blah. So yeah, it's coming directly from there. But the point is, it worked. We can try a different account, and again, I did something very smart. I make sure that I log you out. Like I kick you out of the system, because I know the path is correct. Do we have a test 5 account? And also this one, it is expired. If it takes me to test 5 or subscription, yes, it works. So the only account that doesn't want to work is the administrative account. Now I know that the bug, it's specific to administrative account. It doesn't want to work. Invalid username or password, yet it's pulling data from the same database. So something created the bug fellow developers, help. In .NET Core, it's working. The page isn't working right now. What do you mean? It says beta request. So now you're telling me about beta request, the world of being a programmer. Oh wow. Yeah, no, but I should not ignore that. So yeah, this is it. I hope this was very informative. I hope this, because these are the things that we go through. Like I said on my overview of identical docs, this is not a pop and place knee. This is not as simple as you say I want to build an app or I want to build a website. I'm talking about if you want to take your career to a next level. This is the season that we have to go through. You know, things are very chaotic. I want to check something again if this is not serious. Let's check with the account that works. Test 1. That 400 thing, that the page isn't working, blah blah, that nonsense thing. Okay, it worked, this one, because I'm being redirected to home page. Okay, so it's not something serious. Log out. But with administrator, something's not right here. But the first time it worked. Yes, log out. So I just want to make sure that there's nothing wrong with the website or the database. Maybe they just say but it says 400. It's not the internet. I can't blame internet or load shedding or anything for that matter, or tsunami. No, it says 400. So it's between the web application and the database. Wait. Yes, I was correct. You see, yeah, it was an issue for a moment, but the point is that one account doesn't want to work, and I need that account administrator to work this site. I need it. I'm gonna keep on trying this until I figure out what's happening. It will keep on doing this, but yeah, I'm gonna figure out, and I know why it's doing this because I've looked at the code behind and then I've debugged this before. Okay, in a nutshell, thank you very much. I enjoyed this because I continue to learn, I continue to wow myself, I continue to be proud of myself. So let's talk about the next milestone. So now that we've covered these two critical classes, which is they deal with the database, I think now it's time that we go to the web, because mobile won't make sense if we don't understand web. We need to go to mobile when we understand web. So the web, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start with the MVC portion, because this is 2-in-1. It's both MVC and web API. That's why you see this is for web, this is for MVC. The controllers, it's the same thing. There's MVC and there's web API. The contracts only for web API. The models for both. No, not that one. View models, it's MVC, but the views is for all of them. So I'm gonna try to break it apart. Validators, it's for web API. Yes, so I'm gonna try to break this. This is a big thing. It's a huge thing. See, MVC web API. So I'm gonna start with the MVC portion. Everything has to do with MVC here. That's the next video coming through. For now, thank you and good night. And then again, good luck to you that wants to become a developer. Thank you.